My name is Sam Dalton. I'm the Texas State Republican Executive Committeeman for Senate District 20. Well, today we're holding a training session for people that are precinct chairs or want to become a precinct chair or just have a big curiosity about what precinct chairs do and how they might be involved. It's the level that actually interacts with the true grassroots. You're a grassroots. Everybody in this room is a grassroots worker. The people are the ones that make the choices. They're the ones that vote. They're the ones that decide who our elective officers are going to be. And through that process and their encouragement, they decide what our policies are going to be. I've seen a lot of changes, a lot of things happen both in our nation and the world. And I'm convinced it's through groups like this, people that are willing to work, willing to talk to their fellow man, to talk relative to this particular training session, we're able to make a message to them and convince them that the conservative way, the Republican way, is really the best way for our families.
My name is Monica, and I am chairwoman of Precinct 200. I wanted to be a precinct chair because I wanted those people to open their eyes, and we need people to understand they've gone way left than what they used to be. I want my neighbors to understand that the Republican Party is there for them.
Well, I didn't know the chairship position even existed, didn't know what it did. What I wanted to do was support a local candidate in a race against another candidate who had been in office forever, and I believed he was not managing my money very well. He was operating it like it was his money. And even the restrictions I have as someone with my money, they did not have in government. They could come and go and waste and spend, and I really couldn't take that anymore. I had a growing family, my money was valuable to me, and I was beginning to see what was happening to it once I gave it to them. So I started working with the candidate, visiting the neighborhoods and walking with him, and as I got more experience with the candidate, I began to see how the local party structure operates. And I encourage you to go ahead and run, become a precinct chair, and then you start learning. Well, passion gets you started in something because, you've got an impulse, you have an impetus now to do something about a situation that you are now aware of, and something's got to be done. And that's wonderful. Passion is really necessary to start a lot of things. Yet, it will come and go just because exhaustion hits after you've passionately exhausted yourself. And that happens, that's normal. Passion comes and goes. But if the ideas behind which you had that passion still exist, and they will, then stay the course.
My name is Joanne Banworth. I am the precinct chair for Precinct 83. Once you start thinking you know everything and quit learning, you might as well just check in and check out, and that's it, because laws are changing, situations change, environmental changes, whether Democrats are ahead or the Republicans are ahead. You just need to stay attached and not get disconnected. Whatever information I might have might help somebody else, and information they have or experiences may help me. So it is a team effort. If we're not a team, then we're just working against one another.
My name is Nathaniel Castilleja, and I have been a member of the Hidalgo County Young Republicans for 2 years. Well, I do want to be precinct chair, and I also want to be as prepared as I can be when I take on this role. And so I also wanted to come to this meeting so I could further understand what the role entails. So I think that if the day finally comes that I become the precinct chair, when I get sworn in, I'll be totally prepared to take on the role to the best of my abilities.
My name is Adrienne Pena-Garza, and I am the Hidalgo County Republican Party Chair. I've heard countless people come up to me asking me, I want to help the party. I want to be involved, but I don't have the money. And I can't emphasize how important it is for people to know that writing a check is not the only way to help the party. You can help the party grow. In this county alone, we have over 245 precincts, and only 14% of them are filled. There's no way that we're going to win elections if we're not out there knocking on doors and making phone calls. People need to know that we're here. People need to know that our values are just like theirs. People are realizing that we are inviting and that we are welcoming. It's very important for us to continue to do that. We won't get anywhere without canvassing and reaching out to voters. The new faces that are coming to our meetings and to our trainings is basically proof that there's hope. There's hope in the Republican Party. There's hope in the leadership, the current leadership today, that we are a welcoming party, and that the area here in South Texas, that the conservative values are very similar to the Republican values. So the responsibilities of a precinct chair are basically you attend the CEC meetings. You also serve as a 2-year term, and another thing is that you have to live in the precinct, and we're encouraging our precinct chairs to block walk, phone bank, and volunteer for the party. It's important for the precinct chairs and the potential precinct chairs and volunteers to have this training, because it basically gives them the tools to prepare to block walk, phone bank, spread the good news of the Republican Party and all the good that we're doing. Conservative values are South Texas values. They just don't know it yet. They're Republican, they just don't know it yet. That's what I meant to say.